thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New media today, USA Boxing. We are back. Man, we had a damn good fight last night, man. You know, Big Nello, he got them paws put on him last night. You see what I'm saying? Big Nello had them paws put on him last night. The fight pretty much turned out. I'm gonna be straight honest with you guys. You know, Friday when we did predictions, I picked Canelo to win by split decision. And I had a receipt. That's one thing about I like doing these videos. You get to show the receipts. I said that if it's a close fight, I feel that the judges are give Canelo the nod. I did not understand why Canelo was a 5-1 favorite over Bivol. Talked about that Friday as well. Got the video right here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you right here. We remember this? No, y'all remember this, right? Said before the fight, I said there's a good chance that Canelo can lose this fight. You know what I mean? So, and it turned out pretty much. Hold on, guys. Let me pull this up. Oh, here we go, right here. Sorry about that. I got you. Gotta show the receipts. Y'all remember this video? If you wasn't here, this is the video we dropped Friday. We did our predictions Friday. If you wasn't here, let's give everybody a round of applause who's in the building. Remember this video Friday. Canelo versus Bivol prediction. Can Dmitry Bivol pull off the upset? Why is Canelo the betting favorite? And you notice I had the question marks there. And we talked about that. Didn't make any sense to me. But Canelo lost. He got paws put on him. And right now, the diehard Canelo Alvarez fans, right now they got to lay down and wear it today. As we say in Florida, lay down and wear it. Not wear it, wear it. Lay down and wear it. You got to lay down and wear it today, right? Bivol, just too big, too strong. Light heavyweight division, Canelo. I understand Canelo is very ambitious, but the light heavyweight division, dog, is not that. You know what I mean? As I said before, Canelo's not Superman. You see what I'm saying? I scored the fight last night. How did I score the fight? I scored the fight 9-3 to Dmitry Bivol. We had a good fight party last night. 9-3 Dmitry Bivol. If you twist my arm, we could probably give Canelo 4 rounds. If you twist my arm. Canelo looked very predictable last night. If you listen to my commentary in the fight, I said that he got tired. Bivol didn't have a scratch on his face. Shout out to ADTV. Matter of fact, for dropping that 449, bam, pound on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Bivol looked pretty slick last night. He not a black fighter though, so it don't count. Salute, coach. I'm gonna be honest with you. That Bivol, that's not what a slick fighter is. When people say slick black fighter, ADTV, I know what you're saying. But the best advice, the best example I can give you of a slick black fighter is James Lights Out Tony. A slick fighter in the pocket, Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather Jr. I'm gonna give you some other different variations of being slick in the pocket. I'm gonna tell you who's kind of a slick fighter in the pocket that's boxing right now. Chocolatito. Chocolatito is a slick fighter in the pocket. Not like a James Toney though, or a Floyd, but he does it differently. There's different variations. So, but I get where you're coming from, fam. I got you. Oh, so remember, I want you to see this video right here too. Remember this video. You know I got receipts. The receipts. That's what I love about these videos. Because you can't, hold on. Oh, and today's show, what's today's show? Sorry about that. What's today's show? Remember they were saying Dmitry Bivol is a Eurobomb, even though he's not from Europe. Remember, and I dropped videos on this. As a matter of fact, let's go to the videos. Let's go to the videos. The reason why I dropped these videos, because these are my receipts. These are my receipts. Remember this poll we did Friday? 1.3 thousand votes. It says, is Canelo fighting another Eurobomb? As you can see right here, 3 days ago, in Dmitry Bivol. What do you think? Now, I am not the one to make micro people call people from Europe, European fighters Eurobombs. I brought that up because that was the narrative that was being pushed online from people who really don't know much about the sport of boxing. A lot of these guys said they never heard of Dmitry Bivol. A lot of these guys said the reason why Canelo picked him because, it's the easier path. Tom Brown said he chose the easier path by fighting Dmitry Bivol instead of fighting Errol Spence or Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez. As you can see, there was nothing easy about Dmitry Bivol last night. And I said this, I'm like, what the fuck he talking about it easy? Like, Dmitry Bivol, he went 12 rounds in his last 6 fights. But yeah, look at the quality of competition he fought. I like that plays a big part. So a lot of people who were saying is they knew nothing about who this guy was. This is how you know that they don't follow the sport of boxing like that. They didn't know who this guy was. Let's continue. Shout out to my main man, Retro Boxing and Documentaries in the building. Shout out to Twin Turbo. Hey, okay. Dropping that $4.99. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, speaking of James Toney, I've always said he's got or had the best chin in boxing, in modern boxing. Nah, I don't know. I wouldn't say James Toney got the best chin. He's up there, but I would look at what the heavyweight champion was at one point in time that came out of the Marines. I forgot his name. He came out of the Marines in the 90s. The heavyweight, he was a champ. I think he was the WBO champion at one time. He fought Lennox Lewis. I'm gonna have to pull him up. That dude there had a chin on him. I forgot his name. Ray Mercer. That's it. Hey, Con Shiner, Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer had a chin. Ray Mercer had a chin. Yeah. Boy, that dude took uppercuts. That dude took an uppercut. I think when he fought Lennox Lewis, he took an uppercut from Lennox Lewis. And he ate that. He ate it like a G. Ray Mercer is another one. There's quite a few. Julio Cesar Chavez. You see what I'm saying? Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I mean? But there's some that had a beard on them. But yeah, anyways, I like showing these receipts. So the narrative was before Canelo fought Dmitry Bivol last night, the narrative was all Canelo fighting another Eurobomb. So I decided to do my research and do a poll on this, right? I asked you guys, who was the originator of the term Eurobomb? One guy said that it was Nestor Gills from the Boxing Voice. Others said that it was Dante's Boxing Nation. Others said that it was the LDBC. Others said that it was Boxing Ego. People was all over the place on this, right? I've been doing research, studying, looking at comments, studying chats, and I learn a lot from you. I learn a lot from you guys. I really do. So I asked a question 3 days ago. Is Canelo fighting another Eurobomb? What do you think? 81% of the people who participated in this poll said no. Dmitry Bivol is a great fighter and undefeated champion. 19% said yes. Canelo fights Eurobombs in the name of chasing greatness. 1.3 thousand people participated in this poll. So this is nothing that Coach Malachi Williams is saying, showing bias. This is what 1.3 thousand people who voted in this poll said. I did this 3 days ago. Remember that? Shout out to Arlette. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let's say Canelo fighting Beterbiev. No. He needs to stay the hell away. Beterbiev better be. He's fighting better be. If so, he'll get KO. And I said this before. It's weight classes for a reason, dog. There's weight classes for a reason. Canelo Alvarez is not Superman. We saw that last night. We saw a guy who got tired around the 5th round of the fight. How do I know? I called it spot on. We did a fight party last night, and I called it right here. I called it right here. The official Canelo versus Bivol watch along fight party. I called it right here. I called it. This me right here into the fight. I called it. I said he looked tired out there. He's breathing hard out of his mouth. He's backing up to the ropes. That told me everything I needed to know. He was tired. I was almost right in my prediction. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. That Canelo will win by a split decision. I'm going to tell you why. For the life of me, no one can tell me why the judges had Canelo win in the first 4 rounds. Dmitry Bivol won that fight on all 3 judges' scorecards, 115 to 113. Let me explain to you what that means. Had he not won the 12th round so decisively, he landed 18 punches in the 12th round, the judges probably would have scored it for Canelo, and the fight would have been a draw. As thoroughly as Dmitry Bivol won that fight last night, could someone please explain to me how all 3 judges had the fight 115, 113? If you look at the video that I dropped Friday, when we broke this down, that was one of my concerns. This is why I picked Canelo to win in a close split decision. I know what I saw last night. I saw Canelo lose 9 rounds. If you want to be generous, maybe give him 4. That's what I saw out of my eyes. I had the volume turned down. I was not listening to anything from the commentators. Anybody who was watching this fight party last night, you know this. Shout out to Texas Made for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, what's good, coach? Called this all week. Bivol upset. Yeah, hold on. We're going to address that upset. I'm glad you brought that up. But before I do, ladies, please forgive me for being so disrespectful. All of the women out there, man, if you are in your children's life and you're doing a good job and taking care of your children, I want to wish you ladies a happy Mother's Day. Round of applause. That was my concern. Not gonna lie to you. But hey, man, it is what it is. Let's continue. Let's keep going. You know, with this receipt Sunday, you know, this church Sundays, but you know what I mean. So let's hear this. I want you guys to hear something. Shit, you know, sitting there running my mouth, running my hubba bubba. You know what I mean? You know, dude say, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You're whooping me now. Let's look at some replies, because I like looking at replies. Let's get this super chat out the way. I like looking at replies. I like when people leave replies and comment. Shout out to Diallo Huggy for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Huggy Bell, what's up, baby? My main man, Huggy Bell say those propaganda channels love spinning narratives to get views. Calling Dmitry Bivol a Eurobomb shows they're only into popularity contests. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's proof that they don't know boxing, right? So I'm looking at some of the comments, right? Now, one of my favorite comment was what Arlette said. Arlette, let's give a round of applause to Arlette if she's in the building. Let's look at some of these comments. I got some comments. Great show last night, Coach. Coach spits facts, asks pertinent questions. Okay. Canelo didn't buzz through Triple G. So they having an argument about Triple G and all this stuff there. Yeah, this is something else different. Let's look at some of these comments. As a matter of fact, let's go over here. I don't understand where they got where they got. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that like button. I want to open up the phone lines because I want to hear from the people. Where these judges got 115, 113 that I have no idea. So they're saying that Bivol was up 1 round. So after the 11th round, he was only up 1 round. So that means that after the 10th round, they had to fight even. How in the hell these judges had to fight even after the 10th round? Can someone make it make sense to me? What judge on the planet Earth scored the fight 4 rounds to 0 to Canelo. So that means Dmitry Bivol had to win 7 of the last 8 rounds in order to win that fight. Think about this. All 3 judges, for what I'm hearing, scored the fight 4 rounds to 0 for Canelo. He won the first 4 rounds. So that means Dmitry Bivol had to put on a boxing clinic for 7 of the last 8 rounds. Somebody make that make sense to me. Lady Shane saying boxing is a sport that is so vast and it has so much depth to it. I'm a student of the sport. This dude, Dundada said it's not insane to get Canelo the first 4 rounds. No. It's very insane. It's very insane. As a matter of fact, I'm going to prove that. That's going to be too easy for me to prove. What the brother said, he said it's not insane. Dundada said it's not insane to give Canelo the first 4 rounds. Sir, it's very insane, and I'm going to prove it to you. It's very insane. I'm going to prove it to you. Let's continue. That's too easy to body right there. That's going to be too easy to body. Need something tougher. But anyway, let's continue. Let's go on over here. Shit, let's go over here. Let's do this. Where we at, coach? Where we at? Here we go right here. We got over 300 people in here, less than 300 likes. Once we get the likes up, I'm going to open up the phone lines so everybody can call in and speak their piece. We got over 300 people in here, less than, wow. Woo, this is pathetic. This is very pathetic. Let's go here. Oh, now he just landed he just landed another jab. Now the ball walking Canelo down, but now he just touched him. Oh, he caught Canelo with another jab. Oh my God, Canelo backing up now. Oh boy, Canelo was coming in. He caught him coming in with a jab. Now the ball got him on the ropes. He touched him with the right. Oh, now he just threw a 2-piece, but he missed that one though. He got caught him with a right cross. He caught Canelo with a right cross. Canelo got his hands down, but the ball walking Canelo down. Canelo was backing up. Now Canelo came back with a 2-piece, caught the ball with the right hand. Now the ball threw a jab, got through. Now he got Canelo on the ropes. Now he just threw another jab. You see what I'm saying? Now Canelo threw a now he got caught Canelo with another jab. Canelo caught him with a 2-piece to the body. Oh, now Canelo threw another. Canelo tired. The ball just threw another 2-piece. You see what I'm saying? Canelo winging the punches. He's tired. Heard what I said? I said Canelo winging the punches. He's tired. I think this is like the 5th round. He was tired. Them punches ain't got that sting on it no more. Now he just landed the right hand on the ball. That was good. They punch it. Now Canelo punching him with his forearm. Canelo threw an uppercut. You see what I'm saying? The ball ain't really doing nothing. Now this is the last 20 seconds. What you gonna do, Bivol? Barbecue a meal, dude. Oh, that's a nice check left hook, but he missed. Canelo, Bivol threw a 2-piece and missed. Canelo weaved it. Bivol, you gotta let your hands go. There you go. He just caught Canelo coming in with a right hand. He just threw a jab. Canelo got his hands down. He got his hands up. Bivol just caught Canelo with a jab. Canelo was backing up. Canelo was in retreat. Oh, that's it, man. Bivol wasn't that round. That's it. Bivol, Canelo didn't even want to give Canelo. That was the 12th round. That was the 12th round. Canelo was tired. That's what I saw. Shout out to Javier for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Javier said, I felt Canelo was winning the first 4 of 5. First 4 to 5 until my Canelo hater's friend said he was losing. I saw a total different fight after Canelo got tired. Yeah, I bet you did. But anyways, let's go over here. Make this make sense to me. Make this make sense to me. It's gonna be very easy. This is gonna be very easy. Make this make sense to me. When I look at the CompuBox, and people say the CompuBox don't mean anything. Okay, it doesn't mean anything unless it's fitting your narrative. Canelo landed less than 100 punches. Canelo Alvarez landed less than 100 punches. For those that say, this brother here said that I felt Canelo was winning the first 4 to 5 rounds until my Canelo hater friend said that he was losing. All right, let's go over here. Let's look at this. I ain't got but a GED. I want you to look at this. CompuBox. Dmitry Bivol. Canelo Alvarez threw 495 punches. A guy told me that, yeah, man, you know, Dmitry Bivol was throwing punches, but he wasn't landing punches. Canelo was landing the sharper, cleaner punches. This is what a guy told me. I say, sir, you must was looking at it through the same eyes that those judges were looking at it from. You're looking at it through Canelo Alvarez goggles. Let's continue. CompuBox showed that Canelo landed out of 12 rounds. Guess how many punches he landed? He landed 84 punches. Out of 12 rounds, Canelo Alvarez landed 84 punches. He landed 17% of his punches, and he threw 495 punches. Most of them was power shots. Let's continue. Dmitry Bivol, he threw 710 punches. He landed 152. He landed 21% of his punches. So as you can see, both men were missing a lot. Both men were missing a lot. One guy told me, he said, oh man, Bivol was missing a lot, while ignoring the fact that Canelo Alvarez was missing a lot as well. He totally ignored that. Understandably so. Well, let's look at the jabs. When anybody who listened to me commentate last night, what was I saying? Why is Canelo not working the jab? Why is Canelo not trying to get on the inside through the jab? Why is he doing the same thing that Oscar Valdez did when he fought Shakur Stevenson? Remember I was saying that? Do you want to know why he was doing that? And I broke down to you guys when Oscar Valdez was not working his jab against Shakur Stevenson. Do you know what I said? I'm going to remind you what I said. I said the reason why he's not throwing his jab because he's afraid to get countered with the counter right hook. If Canelo was working that jab like he should have, he was getting countered off of his offense. Dmitry Bivol did a damn good job in countering Canelo Alvarez in the pocket. When Canelo lined Dmitry Bivol up to throw that wide right hook to punch him in the left arm, before Canelo got his right hand back for defense, Dmitry Bivol had 2, 3, or 4 punch combinations coming right down the pipe. He was countering Canelo Alvarez's left hook and right hook, his famous hooks that he liked to throw to the body. Countering right down the pipe. Bap, bap, bap. That's why throughout the fight, you saw Canelo going to the ropes. I even saw Canelo get buckled in that fight. I saw Canelo put his hands down with his mouth half open, and he was telling Bivol to come over here, come to the ropes. Bivol was like, nah, come to the middle of the ring. When you see a man doing that, he's tired. Let's continue. CompuBox, this man landed 10 jabs. Canelo threw 229 jabs. Out of the 229 jabs, out of 12 rounds, guess how many jabs he landed, guys? 10. As you can see, he landed 4% of his jabs. Dmitry Bivol threw 418 jabs. That's his punch. The 1 and the 1-2. And he landed 46. He landed 11% of his jabs. Now let's look at the power shots. Most of Canelo's punches were power shots. He landed 84 punches. Out of the 84 punches, he threw 74 power punches. You know what that tells me? He was loading up on his shots. That tells me that Canelo Alvarez was loading up on his shots. That's what that tells me. Another question I have, why did Canelo Alvarez have the same game plan? He made no adjustments in this fight. He fought the first round exactly the way he fought the 12th round and all the rounds in between. There were no adjustments made in this fight last night. Canelo Alvarez looked like Oscar Valdez when Oscar Valdez fought Shakur Stevenson. It looked like he had one plan. He came in with the high guard, and then when he got close, he tried to unload with the left hook to the body. He tried to, the same shit he did to Caleb Plant. He tried that. Only problem is Dmitry Bivol is not Caleb Plant. Canelo Alvarez's game plan is to methodically break you down throughout the fight, and he gets you out of there late from breaking you down with body shots and arm shots and stuff like that. Dmitry Bivol is a big fighter. The question I had is, would he be able to absorb Canelo's punches? He not only took Canelo's punches, he did not. There was not one time in that fight that Dmitry Bivol got hurt. He ate Canelo uppercut. He got hit with a clean uppercut in the fight through the guard, and he ate that shit and spit off the ropes. He was too big. Too big. Let's continue. Let's go. So out of 84 punches, Canelo Alvarez threw 74 power shots. He landed. He threw 266 punches. Let's continue. Dmitry Bivol threw 292 power shots. He landed 106 of them, 36%. Now, let's look at this. Let's get this out the way. Shout out to Boxing Logic United, my main man, Mari.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let's see. Boxing Logic United, he says, peace and pugilism, champ. He say, don't know if you noticed, Dmitry was countering Canelo's counters. It was beautiful. Yeah, I did notice that. I noticed that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I noticed that. I called it last night. And that's what I love about making these videos, Myron, because we have the receipts. The videos, you have the receipts. I'm documenting on my video exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. So let's go. Let's continue. All of those guys who were saying from those communities that Dmitry Bivol was a Eurobomb. Those are the same guys that's clowning Canelo right now. You said that this guy was a Eurobomb even though he wasn't from Europe. Your ignorance led you to believe that this guy was just he didn't know nothing. This guy was easy. He gonna beat Canelo. Canelo gonna run through this guy. Yada 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 yada. He taking the easy road by picking Dmitry Bivol. My question to you guys who were saying is, what do you have to say now? What do you have to say now? Now Dmitry Bivol is these guys' hero. He can't be a hero because he doesn't fit the Wakanda narrative, but it is what it is. I'm gonna deal with that subject another day. This guy is an Olympian. This guy has seen Canelo's style before. He's had almost 300 amateur fights. Or maybe 300 amateur, something like that. Because certain people, they only watch certain fighters that's with certain promotional companies. They know nothing about the other fighters that's in the different weight divisions. So when they speak out of ignorance. Arguing with these guys is futile. You're dealing with low IQ individuals who are ignorant and know nothing about the sport of boxing. They only know about what their favorite YouTube channel tells them, what narrative to follow today. That's all they know. Now some of these same guys are pro-Russia now. Cherry pick going wrong. Now I will say this: whoever ideal it was to matchmake Canelo to fight Dmitry Bivol, you made a terrible mistake. Whoever that matchmaker was, you guys, Eddie Hearn, I don't know, the people of the zone, y'all was making plans. Yeah, we don't sign Canelo to a 3-fight deal. He's gonna fight Dmitry Bivol, and then after Dmitry Bivol, he's gonna fight Triple G, and after Triple G, he's going to fight a third fighter to be announced. It was a foregone conclusion that the Canelo was going to beat Dmitry Bivol. Not only was it a foregone conclusion, the people in Las Vegas had Canelo a -500 favorite over Dmitry Bivol. Let's go here. Let's go here. Canelo Alvarez, in the first round, he landed 5 punches. Dmitry Bivol landed 14 punches. The guy in the chat said he had Canelo winning the first 4 or 5 rounds. Explain to me. Now again, I only been watching boxing for 40 years. 40 años. 40 years. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the ceiling. I'm not the sharpest butter knife in the kitchen drawer. But you're going to have to explain to me Coach Malachi Williams of New Media Today USA Boxing on this lovely Mother's Day afternoon here in the United States, right here in the beautiful Sunshine State, aka the Gunshot State in Florida. You're going to have to explain to me, for those who said they had Canelo winning the first 5 rounds, explain to me how in the hell you gave him the first round when he only landed 5 punches and Dmitry Bivol landed 14 punches. Make it make sense to me. Please, somebody make it make sense to me. Please. Make it make sense to me. Maybe you can teach me something that I haven't seen before. Just the first round. We're not going to talk about the other 11 rounds. Explain to me how you gave Canelo the first 5 rounds when in the first round he only landed 5 punches and Dmitry Bivol landed 14 punches. Please make it make sense to me. I'm just asking. Shout out to Javier for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Javier said, I saw Canelo do the most damage. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Javier, I'm glad you brought that up. You saw Canelo do the most damage. I was waiting on that. I was waiting on that. Oh, I was waiting on that, Javier. Thank you so much, my brother. I was waiting on that there shit. Oh, I was waiting on that. See, can Canelo do the most damage? All right, okay, let's see. Where is Dmitry Bivol? Where he's at? Dmitry Bivol. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. He said he had Dmitry Bivol doing the most damage. Okay. That's what our brother Javier said. Okay, let me pull this up right quick. Let me pull this up right quick, brother. Doing the most damage, okay? What he saying? That's what my good brother said. As a matter of fact, let me go a little step further. Shit. Let's go a step further. Shit. Let's look up Canelo. Brother said he was doing the most damage. That's what he said. You know me. I'm a stickler for receipts. Shout out to my brother Javier. We agree to disagree on this one, though. We sure enough agree to disagree on this one. Did you see Canelo's face, sir, after the fight? Did you see Canelo Alvarez's face after the fight? After the fight, Dmitry Bivol, this is what this man looked like after the fight. Dmitry Bivol looked like he didn't have a scratch on his face. This is him after the fight. The man didn't have a scratch on his face. Not a mark. But let's do this. Let's do this. He said that Canelo did the most damage. Okay, fine. I have no problem with that. Let's continue. Oh, we got a whole lot of shit to cover today. We ain't gonna be long, but we're gonna be impactful. We're not gonna be long, but we're gonna be impactful. All right, so the first round, well, I don't know how you got that. The second round, Canelo landed 8 punches, Bivol landed 12. The third round, I think the third and the fourth round, I said these were swing rounds. I gave these rounds to Canelo, or it could have went to Bivol. But I gave the first two to Bivol. I gave the second two, the third and the fourth to Canelo, even though he got outpunched by 2 punches. Canelo landed 8 punches in the third round, 8 punches in the fourth round. Bivol landed 10 punches in the fourth, 10 punches in the third. He landed 12 punches in the second round, and he landed 14 punches in the first round. Canelo only landed 5 punches to 14 in the first round. So he clearly lost that round. His 5 punches was more impactful than the 14 punches that the Bivol landed. Okay. But this is where it get interesting at. In the fifth round, Canelo landed 5 punches, the same amount of punches he landed in the first round. Bivol landed 12 punches. In the 6th round, Canelo landed 6 punches. Bivol landed 13 punches. In the 7th round, Canelo landed 7 punches. Bivol landed 14 punches. In the 8th round, Bivol landed 13 punches. Canelo only landed 4 punches. In the 9th round, which is the round I gave Canelo, Canelo landed 10 punches. Bivol landed 12 punches. That was a swing round. In the 10th round, Canelo landed 4 punches. Bivol landed 6 punches. That was another swing round, right? Could have went either way. Depends. In the 11th round, Canelo landed 12 punches. Bivol landed 18 punches. In the 12th round, Canelo landed 7 punches where he got hurt bad. And Bivol landed 18 punches. This man landed 152 punches to 84. But Canelo only threw double-digit punches in 2 rounds, the 9th and 11th round. He only landed. And he wasn't throwing enough punches. I'm trying to find how in the hell Canelo won the first 4 rounds. Shout out to Boxing Logic United for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I believe he's talking about Bivol's arm. Yeah, he was hitting Bivol in the arm a lot. He was doing that. He was landing them arm shots. He was doing that. Shout out to Gorgeous for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Bivol has ice in those veins. Yes. He said the crowd pumped him up, unlike Canelo's previous opponents. Hardcore fans knew this was going to be a difficult for Canelo. Yeah, the hardcore fans did. Hardcore fans did. They knew, like, hey, man, this right here, like my Friday show, this show right here. Hold on. You know me, I keep the receipts. Oh, boy, I keep the receipts over here, boy. And I said, listen, man, this is going to be, we got to do this video because I don't want nobody trying to change their pick, talking about what they said and all that shit there. You know what I mean? But we broke this down. We broke this down right here. Where is it? Coach, where is it? Where's that? Damn. Right here. We broke it down right here. I asked a question right here, fam. I asked a question right here. This was Friday's show, I think, right? This was Friday's show. I said Canelo versus Bivol prediction. That was Friday. Can Dmitry Bivol pull up the upset? Why is Canelo the betting favorite? For me, it wasn't an upset because I knew better. But the reason why I say upset is because the betting odds were on Canelo, the smaller guy that was moving up in the weight to fight an undefeated champion who has a hell of an amateur background and has fought tough, top-notch competition in the in light heavyweight division. I'm trying to figure out, and I said in this show, I said, damn, am I missing something? Or do the odds makers see something that I don't see? How in the hell is Dmitry Bivol the underdog to Canelo? This is what I said on that show. The receipt is in that show. That's exactly what I said. I didn't understand it. After the fight, what did Dmitry Bivol say? Dmitry Bivol looked at Eddie Hearn and he told Eddie Hearn, he said, Bivol said, Eddie, I'm sorry for messing up your plans for Canelo to fight Triple G. That's what he said. Shout out to Pablo for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
But he said, Bivol said, my arm is dead. Hold my belt. Yeah, Canelo was punching the shit out that left arm. Shout out to Javier for dropping that half for bam, dub on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Javier said, I always said Bivol was a harder fight than any of those PBC fighters. He said, but I truly saw Canelo winning the fight 4-5 until he gassed out. I'm a fan, but I'm new to but I knew the challenge. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You saw the same thing the judges saw, apparently. You saw the same thing the judges saw. And this is why I picked Canelo to win in a split decision. If you look at this video, this show we did Friday, I specifically said here, you can go back and listen to it. It wasn't that long. It was like 2 hours. I got a timestamp. I'm going to drop the video tomorrow where I talked about it. I said, can Dmitry Bivol pull out the upset? I said it was an upset because the people in Vegas had Dmitry Bivol as an underdog. Why? I have no goddamn idea. And then I said, why is Canelo the betting favorite? I was dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded. This is what I said in this video. And when I saw that, I said, you know what, man? I'm going to pick Canelo by a split decision, man, because if it's a close fight, you know, I think the judges are going to rule his favor. Bruh, so you trying to tell me going into the 12th round, Dmitry Bivol, according to those judges, was only up by 1 round, 114 to 113? And had he not dominated the 12th round so thoroughly, Canelo possibly could have won that round. That fight would have ended up in the draw. Can somebody make that make sense to me? Shout out to True Gritter, man, my brother. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
True Gritter said, coach's commentary last night. Bivol with a 2-punch combo. He said with a 2-punch combo, 3-punch combo, 6-punch combo. Order up. Canelo got served. Damian Bennett said, but that wasn't a close fight. It wasn't a close fight. It wasn't a close fight, Damian Bennett. That's my point. I think you're missing the point, my brother. If that wasn't a close fight last night, and the judges scored it a close fight, 115 to 113, bro, like, just imagine if it really was a close fight, what it would have been. Listen, I scored the fight right here. I had it. I gave Canelo 3, maybe 4 rounds. I gave him 3, maybe 4 rounds. That's it. But it doesn't matter. Neither here nor there. Dmitry Bivol won the fight. Doesn't matter. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like. Oh, we got the likes. We need 300 likes. We need 90 more likes for me to open up the phone lines. 90 more likes. I'm gonna open up these phone lines and let everybody call in. Speak your piece. Say what you want to say, baby. This is a free speech platform. You can say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Make it quick though. We got a lot of people that's gonna be calling in. I don't need no filibustering. But I want to say this to all of the Canelo, shout out to Tony Boswell for dropping that half a bam hundo on your boy Cash App.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Tony Boswell said the great night of boxing. I hit big. He said he hit a big grand on Bivol. Damn, Tony Boswell said he won him a stack on Bivol. So I guess we now know that Dmitry Bivol, I think he's his mother is Asian, his mother's from Korea or something like that. He's part Korean. I guess we know that Dmitry Bivol is not a Eurobomb. So for those guys who said Dmitry Bivol was a Eurobomb, I wonder, do you still feel that way now? Canelo said that he wanted a rematch. Let's see. Canelo said that he wanted a rematch. Canelo Alvarez, you do not need a rematch, sir. I know that's your pride speaking. If you fight Dmitry Bivol again, I think he'll probably stop you this time. Because you was tired, you was gassed, and you got hurt a couple times in that fight. You played it off by going to the ropes, telling him to do this. It's one picture where he almost knocked you through the ropes. One picture of that. I think it was late. I think it was in the 12th round. I know Canelo Alvarez. Canelo made $50 million last night, so he walked away with the bag last night. So he made a whole lot of money last night. He made a boatload of money last night. But I know your pride wants you to go back in a rematch with Dmitry Bivol. My personal opinion, and this is to any diehard Canelo Alvarez fan, he need to stay the hell away from the light heavyweight division. Chill at super middleweight and defend your titles down at super middleweight. Those higher weight classes, listen, I know what people were thinking. You see what he did to Sergey Kovalev. He went up and beat. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, Canelo he was too heavy for that weight and all that stuff there. No, when he beat Sergey Kovalev, everybody was happy and cheering that he beat Sergey Kovalev at light heavyweight. The only difference is that Dmitry Bivol is not Sergey Kovalev. I remember when Dmitry Bivol used to fight on Sergey Kovalev's undercard. Dmitry Bivol was supposed to fight Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev did not want to fight him, nor did he want to fight Beterbiev. You see what I'm saying? That's when Sergey was that guy. He was the crusher. I know Bivol very well. A lot of the dudes who called him a Eurobomb, they didn't know that. And I understand they hate Canelo. That's fine. They hate Canelo. That's fine. I'm not a part of the Canelo Alvarez defense fund. You can hate whoever hell you want to hate. I don't give a damn. But it just amazes me that just how the people in Vegas had this guy underdog. I just don't understand. I really don't. I didn't understand why Canelo was the betting favorite. Light heavyweight division is a little too much for Canelo. I understand he's a great fighter. He's a phenomenal fighter. But guess what? He ain't Superman. He ain't Godzilla. He ain't King Kong. What I saw last night was a domination. I saw a guy walked in the ring like he walked out the ring. He didn't have a scratch on his face. I saw Canelo landing some hard shots and getting countered right after he threw the hooks. I saw redness under Canelo's eyes, redness in his forehead, redness. I saw frustration with Canelo. In the 6th round, Canelo went up under Dmitry Bivol and picked him up in the air and walked him on his shoulder. He was frustrated by the 6th round because he was tired. How do I know? I called it on my show, on the fight. Exactly what I said. Canelo got tired, wore out. And I'm not going to sit here and say he got tired. No, those punches that Dmitry Bivol was hitting him with made him tired. He didn't just gas out for nothing. It had to be a reason why he gets gas out. We're not going to take anything away from Dmitry Bivol, the same guy who the naysayers were saying was a Eurobomb. That guy. Oh, we're going to get this dude a round of applause right now and put some respect on his name. Shout out to W right side. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, salute, coach. He said, boxing is in a great place. Boxing is in a very good place. Last night, I saw a fighter who did not make adjustments last night. And I saw a fighter that Dmitry Bivol figured him out.
He's still undefeated
Hold on. Eddie Hearn. Let me show y'all this. Eddie Hearn probably mad at him. I don't know if he's mad at him or. Oh, anyways. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's go to Shannon Briggs. Right quick. Those Canelo, the dudes who hate Canelo. right now, them dudes popping off right now. I gotta do something for you guys. Here you go. I gotta do something for them Canelo hate. I gotta do something for them. Right now, they popping off decent. They got a right to talk their trash. Yes, they do. They have a right to talk their trash. Yes, they do. Here you go. Let me let y'all see this. Hold on. This last night. Hold on. And this is beautiful. This last night. Now his team hugged him.
He's still undefeated.
His team hugged him.
He's still undefeated.
Yeah. Guess what? No, guess what? Look here. What was Eddie Hearn at? Eddie Hearn ain't hungry. See, listen, it's something that Dmitry Bivol said last night. He said, hey, Eddie, I'm sorry that I messed up your plans for Gennady Golovkin. These dudes were so arrogant that they made an announcement, Eddie Hearn and the people of the zone, that, yeah, you know, Canelo's going to fight Dmitry Bivol on Cinco de Mayo. It was packed. The people came out. A lot of tenderonis out there. Whole lot of tenderonis out there. Do we got the lights up? I want to open up these phone lines. We need 30. We need 300 likes. We need 36 more likes for me to open up the phone lines. It was a foregone conclusion how it was going to go down. The only problem is somebody forgot to tell Dmitry Bivol that he was supposed to lose. Somebody forgot to tell Dmitry Bivol that he was supposed to lose last night. Shout out to Toon for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Toon said Bivol gloves was mighty flappy last night. Some tampered with Nello water. That's why he was tired so early. Bro, just imagine the unmitigated gall. Yeah, baby boy, check this out, baby boy. I'm gonna sign you to this 3-fight deal, baby boy. Listen, you're gonna fight this dude. Now, after you beat him, then you're gonna fight Triple G. Then after you beat Triple G, we got another fighter that you can fight to be determined. Bivol, and I said this last night before the show started. We're gonna go to this comment that Arlette said. We're gonna look at that as well. Listen, Bivol sitting there like, he gonna, after he beat me, he gonna fight Triple G. Oh, so it's a foregone conclusion that he gonna beat me? Wait a minute. This little dude moving up in my weight division? Nigga, I don't have over 300 amateur fights or almost 300 amateur fights. I'm an Olympian. I'm a decorated world champion. I don't put paws on big heavy dudes in my division. Oh, he gonna move up in my weight class? And just y'all signing contracts already? It's a foregone conclusion. The only problem is they forgot to tell Dmitry Bivol that he was supposed to lose last night. He said, man, I'm on to the next fight. I can't wait for the rematch. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. So if you Dmitry Bivol, and I said this last night before the fight started, like, these motherfuckers signing contracts, he get this money up front, they just know he gonna whoop my ass. So this is why Dmitry Bivol told Eddie Hearn last night, in the interview, he said, hey, Eddie, I'm sorry for messing up your plans for Triple G. I like that. What he meant by that? What did he mean by that? Hey, look here, man. Listen, right now, I gotta let y'all hear something. Right now, boy, they getting off decent right now, boy. Listen, the Canelo fans. And Canelo's still a great champion. I like Canelo a lot. He's a damn good champion. This loss does not diminish anything from him, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But boy, I gotta let y'all hear something.
See Canelo Alvarez lose.
Hold on. This is I got something I need to show y'all. I got something I gotta show y'all. Boy, this is funny, boy. This is funny what I'm gonna show y'all. It's gonna be funny to some. It's gonna be bad. Some people gonna be mad, but I gotta show it to you. Shout out to Con Shonery for dropping that $6.99. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says a better plan would be for Bivol to come down to 68 for a rematch and take all the straps off of Canelo. No, he don't need to come down. That man, he don't need to come down. Shout out to Mr. Naive for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Big Nello was on the ropes. I saw was them mamacitas. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's some tenderonis out there, man. There's some tenderonis out there. Canelo there's no rematch. He don't need a rematch. Bruh, if he rematch that dude, he gonna get knocked out this time. Because truth be told, Bivol could have got Canelo out of there if he'd stepped the gas up on him. When Canelo was on the ropes, instead of him, if he was on the ropes, because he was tired. That's the same thing Ali. Well, I don't want to bring up Ali but I'm just giving an example. When he was tired, he used to do that. Like, come to the ropes. That means he can't move anymore. He's like, man, I can't be moving around no more, man. Come on over here. Like, he just hit you with a 4-punch combination, Canelo. The man just hit you with a 4-punch combination while you was on the ropes and backed up off of you. And you saying, come on. Like, dude, that ain't winning you the fight. You saying, come on. You know what I mean? That ain't winning you the fight. Now, Beterbiev, that would have been the total opposite. Beterbiev probably would have knocked Canelo through the ropes. Beterbiev's fight for the knockout. Dmitry Bivol, he don't really fight for the knockout. So when you look at him and then you sit back and say, oh, man, his last 6 fights, he went 12 rounds. See, y'all, oh, my God, y'all miss a very important thing. The dudes who were saying that, oh, he went 12 rounds his last 6 fights. I'm like, oh, my God. So this is your logic for why Canelo should knock this dude out? Shout out to Big Head for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Bivol was doing the whistle dance after the win. Shout out to Tune for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, hey, Coach, do you think it's just Bivol or does he have a chance against Joe Smith? Who has a chance against Joe? Listen, Canelo would not beat any fighter in the light heavyweight division. If he fight Joe Smith, he gonna get stopped. If he fight Beterbiev, he gonna get stopped. Simple fact is this: the light heavyweight division is too much for Canelo Alvarez. Those dudes are not old ass Sergey Kovalev coming off a war with Anthony Yard. Listen, Canelo is a phenomenal fighter, but there are weight divisions for a reason in the sport of boxing. The punches that will hurt middleweights and some light heavyweights that Canelo will fight, those punches are not going to hurt Dmitry Bivol. It's not going to hurt Beterbiev. They're not going to hurt Joe Smith Jr. because these are bigger, stronger guys. They get hit by harder punches fighting each other. You think a guy that was a middleweight, that moved a blown up middleweight, gonna come up to the light heavyweight division and knock out those top guys that's in their primes because he stopped Sergey Kovalev? No, man, hell no. Bruh, the man ain't Superman, dog. That's all I'm saying. He's a damn good fighter, but the man ain't Superman, dog. No, man. He need to listen. And I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, Tune, he fuck around and rematch Dmitry Bivol again, his ass gonna mess around and get stopped. He can't let his ego get in the way. Look here, man. You lost, dog. You ain't lost it. You ain't lost a fight in 9 years. Your first loss was to Floyd Mayweather. Some would say you lost other fights in between that, but you got gift decisions. Some would say that. I leave that to the interpretation of the individual. But you ain't lost a fight in 9 years on record, right? And this dude beat you 9 rounds to 3 easily. That's the way I scored it. Maybe 8-4 if you twist my arm, put a gun to my head. Nah, hell no. If he fight any of those other dudes, because guess what? Canelo don't have no footwork. His game plan is to break you down with power. When the power don't work and you can't break these guys down, you saw he didn't have another plan. He wasn't throwing his jab. He wasn't using a whole lot of head movement. He wasn't bobbing and weaving like he should. He had no other plan. He didn't know how to slip the punches because he got tired. He definitely couldn't outbox him. No. You know, and I just broke it down systematically just from a skill set standpoint. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Naive for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Mr. Nice say, Coach, play T. Diddy. He motivates even the great Bivol.
We did it first. We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we have Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have. So when I called him up, I was like, "Yo, what do you think? What do you think, Eddie? If we bring the belts together?" And Eddie said, "That shit is a good idea." I think the only person that can beat Canelo right now is like maybe 4 years or 5 years from now.
This brother here say, "No, not Joe Smith, coach. You're reaching now." How am I reaching, sir? You probably was the same guy that said Dmitry Bivol was a Eurobomb. Pretty sure you were. How am I reaching? Please tell me how am I reaching. Oh, Deborah Booker. Deborah Booker. Oh, good old Deborah Booker. Deborah Booker, I read one of your comments you made as well. You jumped out the window. You jumped out the window. I'm not even going to address it, but you jumped out the window. Kind of like how I knew you were, but it is what it is. Oh, boy. Oh, my advice to you, Deborah Booker, go back and listen to my show I did on Friday, and that will answer your question. Marcus Brown. Isn't Marcus Brown? That's a Derrick James fighter. I think Derrick James trains Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown got knocked out by, we got over 300 likes. Phone lines is open. Marcus Brown got knocked out by Beterbiev. Shout out to CJ.
The stinkiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said he needs to beat Triple G, then handle Benavidez and Charlo now. Leave 175 alone. Yeah, Charlo's going to have to move up to 168, though. That's the only thing. That's the only way that fight happens. He's going to have to move up, fam. Shout out to Ride on the Storm.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Phone lines is open.
Super chat
534-494-9636.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said you think Mukabu and Usyk cried when Canelo lost. No more payday. Now, I mean, if Canelo want to move up to fight heavyweights, he can if that's what he want to do. If that's what he want to do, you know. If he want to move up to fight heavyweight, so be it. But hey, man, it's different up there, boy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Big time. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's going on? Shell, what's going on with you, fam? Talk to me.
Oh, man, great day in Compton. The Cash App is jumping, brother. The Cash App is jumping.
Hey, that's good. The Cash App jumping, that's good. That's real. It's always good when the Cash App jump. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man. You know, we talked about this a year ago, if you remember correctly, correct?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. We talked about this a year ago. We talked about this last summer. We talked about if Canelo ever fought Beterbiev would knock Canelo clean out. You was the one that told me. Shelton Moore is the one that said definitely, because we talked about Bivol. I was like, man, I don't know, man, but Bivol, what you think about Bivol? Shelton Moore, exact words was, man, Bivol is too much for Canelo. He's too big and too strong. He'll outbox him easily. Shelton Moore told me last year, he said those punches that Canelo hurts those smaller guys with in the middleweight division, is not in the super middleweight division. It won't hurt those guys in the heavier weight division. This is exactly what Shelton Moore told me last year on my show. That's when he was my co-host. That's exactly what he said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The guy was too big, too good, too young. Canelo Alvarez, people gloss over the fact that Canelo Alvarez has been fighting since he was 15 years old. He got 61 fights.
Yeah.
That's a lot of training camp, a lot of miles.
Yeah.
Now, you can beat these smaller dudes or dudes your size on guile and smart and just power. But when you step up to 75, I mean, just look at it. Does he beat Joe Smith with that style he fought last night? No. Does he beat Beterbiev? No. Does he beat Zerto Ramirez? No. All of those guys either beat him up or stop him because he's too small. He's 5'7". I mean, I know these guys like to put the Superman cape on this dude, and that's fine. Send his little ass up there, like I said a year ago. Send his little ass up there. They're going to beat him up and send his little ass right back.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's exactly what you said. Exactly what you said. Hey, man, shout out to you, fam. Shout out to my brother Shell, man. Anything
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You cooking as usual. Get on them. Keep schooling them. I'll holler at you soon.
Shout out to my brother Shell, man. Compton, California's in the house. Shout out to Damian Western for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Damian Webster said, he said, don't trip. You pick Canelo to beat, you pick Canelo to beat too, bro. And Joe Smith is a C-level fighter. I just totally disagree with you on that. All I was saying was Smith beat a Wash Hopkins. That's it. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins, the same guy that said that he'll never let a white boy beat him. He not only did he beat him, he knocked him through the ropes. I broke down, if you listen to Friday's show, I broke down my entire analysis. I'd probably advise you to check that out, Damien. But I broke down exactly why I picked Canelo to win by split decision. And it seemed like the way the judges scored it, that's kind of like the way they wanted to go, but they couldn't do it because he was thoroughly beat in that fight. But we just totally disagree on the Joe Smith. I totally disagree with you on that. So we just agree to disagree. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, coach? It's right side.
Right side. Talk to me, fam.
Hey, man. First off, salute Uncle Shelter, man. He told me that same thing. He said that's how this fight was going to play out. Mm-hmm. It played out exactly like he called it. So salute to him for being absolutely correct in this situation. I appreciate the way Bivol carried himself and what happened in this fight. I think this clears up, or this helps clean the sport of boxing. Mm-hmm. The reason I say that is because now Canelo, in my personal opinion, he has to go back down to the 60 divisions and clean up the business that he has at those divisions, which a lot of that business is fights that we've been calling for as fight fans. Mm-hmm. There's no, in this situation, I don't think this integrates Canelo in any way. You know what I'm saying? I think that Bivol was just a bigger, stronger, longer, quicker, you know what I'm saying? And the reason is because that's his natural weight. Mm-hmm. He can fight it that way because it's natural. And so I appreciate what happened yesterday. And now I want to see what happens for Bivol. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see what happens with Canelo. My last question. I done heard a lot of people saying this out here. They telling me that Bivol has jumped Bud Crawford in the pound for pound list. I don't know how that happened, but hey man, salute to Bivol. Much credit, much love to that brother, and definitely want to see where his career goes from here. Want to see where Canelo go from here, and much love, coach. Salute to you.
Yeah, man. Salute the right side, man. Shout out to my brother right side, man. Call him in as usual. Yes, sir. Callers, if you see me on the phone talking to someone, I'm not going to hang up because you're calling in. Now, no one is on the phone. Please call in. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Shout out to my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Shout out to Reggie Owens in the building. Shout out to him, fam. Shout out to Reggie Owens in the building. Who else we got in the building, man? $1 Trillion Dreams said Joe Smith with KO Canelo. The undisputed dream is dead at 175. It's nowhere for Canelo to go now. He got to fight Charlo, David, and Boo Boo. He got to go back down to 170, 168. It ain't no, there's no, he's not going to beat, maybe Marcus Brown, but he don't get a title there at 175. And he definitely, there's no need a rematch in Bivol. So, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Ronald from Vermont.
Ron from Vermont, talk to me, fam.
How you doing today? That like button, man, that was a great fight, man. I gotta say that I was highly disappointed in Terrence Crawford, assuming that he was pound for pound. I thought that was up to the fans to decide, who is the pound for pound. It's not up to him. I feel like that's bad karma on his part because Canelo had took on another elite boxer. That was a 50-50 fight. Another elite boxer, the same age, 31 years old. Two fighters the same age. Nobody did what Canelo did. He's still number one pound for pound in my eyes. Real talk.
Okay.
I just wanted to call him to say that.
All right, shout out to Ronald Finkley, man. Calling from Vermont. Shout out to Big Ron calling from Vermont. Sight said, Coach, who are you picking, Beterbiev or Joe Smith? I got Beterbiev. I got Beterbiev late stoppage. I know he like 36, 37. I got Beterbiev late stoppage. Let's see. Phone lines open. Oh, matter of fact, let me. This is hilarious. Oh, I got to show y'all this, boy. Boy, they getting off decent, boy. They getting off decent. Hey, but this brother is so funny. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is JBN, John Boxing News.
What you say, Jamie in?
JBN.
Okay, JBN. Talk to me, fam. Where you calling from?
What's up, man? I'm calling you from Dallas, Texas, man.
All right, you calling from Dallas, Texas. Talk to me, fam.
Man, I'm a diehard Canelo fan. I'm disappointed he lost that fight, but I knew what he was getting himself into. I knew what he was getting himself into. I knew Bivol had the skills, the size, the speed. So, I mean, hats off to Canelo. I don't know if maybe I wish he wouldn't have said he won the fight. I don't know, boxers really can't score fights whenever they're in the ring. So I'm hoping that if he goes back, he sits down, he watches the fight, and hopefully if he sees that he lost the fight, he goes out in public and he says, "Hey, I lost the fight. It was too much weight for me." Because I feel like that would make people gain respect for him if he accepted that defeat better. Other than that, I mean, I hope he just goes back down to 168 because at 175, he's not beating anybody in the top 10. He might beat some guys lower than the top 10 because I feel like since he beat Kovalev, Kovalev would be like considered like in top 10 level at the Kovalev 65. So I feel like he can beat guys in less than the top 10, but guys like Blasov, Smith, Joe Smith Jr., Archer Betterby, like he's not beating any of those guys. He's gonna get stopped if he goes back to that weight division.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's just my opinion on that, man.
All right, shout out to JB. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, love your show, man. You have a great show. Always keep it unbiased and just keep doing your thing, Coach. I really like your show. I've been on you on the relay a couple times. I don't know if you noticed that I was there with you on the relay with Jules and all those guys.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I remember.
Well, man, have a good day, Coach. Keep up the great work.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to JBN calling from Dallas, Texas. Round of applause. Shout out to my sister Arlette. Arlette broke it down like a 57 Chevy. Arlette said, good commentary. If you missed the fight party, we had a good fight party last night. Arlette said, she was saying to me, good commentary. She said, in my heart of hearts, Coach knew Bivol was a quality opponent. Of course I did. I broke that down Friday. And is very capable of beating Canelo, because that's exactly what I said. Coach's concern was that would the judges be fair? Karma Serene hit the nail right on the head. Not Karma Serene, Arlette, because this is exactly what I'm saying. She said that my concern was that the judges would be fair. What did she mean by that? And even before this fight, Coach admitted Canelo might have bitten off more than he can chew if he goes to 175. He even predicted that Artur Beterbiev would stop or KO Canelo. This is what Arlette said. She remembered what I said. This is exactly what I said. And I said that, if it's a close fight, and my only concern is, will the judges give it to Canelo in a split decision? She remembered that. No caller ID calling. This is Jason Mones. No caller ID. This is Jason Mones, my stalker. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Bold.
Oh, this is Bold. Oh, you threw me off, fam. I thought you were Jason Mones. He's the only guy that called no call ID. Bold, where you calling from?
Oh, my bad. my bad. I'm up CT, man. CT right now. Yeah, so I had a feeling this was going to happen. A lot of people was basically going off a popularity contest, and they were trying to say Canelo was going to beat Bivol. But if you understand, like, Bivol has and he has a deep amateur background. Even after his youth gold medal, he went to fight semi-pro and got more experience then. So I know a lot of people was writing Bivol off, and the minute Bivol won, now all the excuses are coming out. They saying Bivol was too big. Like, they say everything except Bivol did a good job in boxing. So they use every excuse out there. And, kudos to Canelo. I'm not a fan of his, but I still give him his props. He's doing his thing. But at the end of the day, Bivol, to me, personally, I thought he was the best light heavyweight in that division just because of his boxing skills and his movement and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I got, Coach.
Man, shout out to my main man, Bold and Understanding. Please subscribe to my brother Bold and Understanding YouTube channel. Give him a round of applause. This is what Arlette remembered what I said. She remembered what I said. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I ain't gonna. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Check this out, though. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Hold on, I wrote some notes down. This is hilarious. Hold on. That dude got me crying, boy. That dude got me crying. Y'all check this out. Y'all check this out. This dude here is hilarious. Hold on. Let me open it up. Hold on. This dude is
unknown caller.
Hold on. We got a call calling there. Hold on. I gotta show y'all this, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Metal Slugger from Texas, man.
Metal Slugger?
Yes, sir.
Metal Slugger from Texas. Talk to me, fam.
I'm just wondering why all these people trying to give Canelo credit like that. Obviously, where he failed, Roy Jones defeated, coming all the way from welterweight from 139 in the Olympics. What's the deal with that?
I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying people trying to give him credit. What do you mean? I don't understand. Can you clarify?
But something that Roy Jones already did and actually succeeded at.
So you're saying they're giving him credit for what though? I'll be more specific.
For an attempt, but Roy Jones actually succeeded where Canelo failed.
Oh, you saying because he went up the fight at light heavyweight and lost, they giving him credit for that? That what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's subjective to the individual. Like those people who want to give Canelo credit for going up to light heavyweight and losing to Dmitry Bivol, they have a right to do that. Just like those who don't like Canelo Alvarez, who don't want to give him credit for moving up to light heavyweight, they have a right to do that as well. Everybody has a right. If that's what they want, if that's what they want to do, brother, that's what they want to do. It is what it is.
I agree with you, but they're saying it's never been done before, which is not true. And Roy Jones and even James Toney did the same thing and actually got somewhere with it.
No, okay, well, you'll probably have to address that to those people. I'm not the one that's saying that. You know what I mean? And I can't speak for those who feel that way. That Canelo Alvarez. There's some people who feel like that Canelo was Superman. He just couldn't get beat, and they're shocked. They're in disbelief that he lost last night. You know what I mean? So those people.
I wouldn't disbelieve that. This is not an upset. The guy's the champ, and that's his weight division.
No, you're right about that. It's not an upset at all. I talked about this on a Friday. We did a show Friday, and I say, would this be an upset if Dmitry Bivol wins? And the reason why I said that, not because I thought it would be an upset. The reason why I said that was because the Las Vegas, the betting odds, they had Canelo a -500 favorite, which to me was showing total disrespect to Dmitry Bivol. You even had people online who do not follow boxing said that Dmitry Bivol was another Euro bomb that Canelo was fighting. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Now those same people are praising Dmitry Bivol, the guy who they said was a Euro bomb, who they thought that Canelo was going to beat prior to him losing last night. They totally flipped the narrative. And I knew they was going to do that. But shout out to Metal
Great
Slugger.
day, coach, man.
Yeah, salute the Metal Slugger.
Keep it up, man.
Yes, sir. And I said they was gonna do that on Friday. Shout out to War Prime Minister for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, no shame. A great big man beats a great little man. The little man is still undisputed at 168. No one in 160, 168 is taking any risk. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. You hit the nail right on the head. A great big man beats a great little man in every day of the week, seven times on Sunday. You hit the nail right on the head. Canelo is still undisputed at 168. He's going to have to go back down and fight and defend his titles at 168. That's it. That's what he has to do. It's just, I am of the opinion, my opinion only, I am of the opinion that the top guys in the light heavyweight division, he won't beat those guys. That's my opinion. I have a right to that. We know one guy he won't beat because he just lost to him last night. We know that. That's a fact now. You see what I'm saying? because we've seen the end result. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. Again, people have a right to feel however they want to feel. I don't give a damn. You want to know why? I don't have any emotional investment in these fighters. I told you, I'm from the old school. Been watching boxing for 40 years. We have commandments over here. I don't have any emotional investment in these fighters. I'm stuck on my old school fighters. Marvelous Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson, Pernell Whitaker, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? Ken Norton, Simon Brown, you know, Roberto Duran. You know, I'm stuck on those guys. So there's really nothing that's boxing today that really impresses me to the point of where I have an emotional attachment to them. So, you know, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Let's see. Shout out, hold on. Did I read that super chat, fam? Oh yeah, I read your super chat. Wartime, I read your super chat. Let's get to the next one. Shout out to Edwin for dropping that quarter of a damn dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
DC Nardo in the building. What's going on, fam? Edwin says, Canelo's still great. The only literal pound for pound fighting several divisions. Everyone envied him. Will throw shade. He say, like you, coach, we knew Bivol has skill. Yeah. I mean, I remember when Bivol used to fight on Sergey Kovalev. This one he was the crusher, undercards. You know, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Cody? I'm Derek from Florida.
Derek from Florida, talk to me.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, I think Canelo could stay at 168, but I think the 175, this monster's up there. I think that's too much. That's why he got tired too. Like I think the weight too got him tired.
Mm.
So I think he just barely off staying at 168.
You say you think the weight got him tired?
Yeah, I think so. My opinion.
Yeah. You know why? You know why?
I think he was fatigued.
You know why? Yeah, he was fatigued, but you know why I don't go with the weight got him tired narrative? I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
When he moved up to 175 and beat Sergey Kovalev, the people, I'm not saying you,
Mm-hmm.
but the people who saying that, yeah, man, what it was 175 was just a little bit too much weight for him. He was too heavy to carry that weight around. That's why he gassed out. Those same people were not saying that when he moved up to light heavyweight and beat Sergey Kovalev.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And then one thing too, Coach. I mean, the judges, them judges about to rob Bivol. Them judges were looking real suspect.
Yeah. They, you know, it is what it is.
Scorecard. They was gonna rob that man, bro.
Yeah. Shout out, hey, Derek, shout out to you, fam. Salute to Derek, man. Calling from Florida. He says, I agree. As great as Canelo is, he isn't beating the top 5 light heavyweights. And there's nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know what I mean? That's no shade on Canelo. I'm just saying, like, dude, there's weight divisions for a reason. Now, there are some that believe that he would win this fight. The end result was he didn't win. We saw that physically. So we know we could put that to rest. There are some that probably feel like, yeah, if he fight Joe Smith Jr., he'll knock Joe Smith Jr. out. Some of those same ones are the ones who probably feel like he'll beat Bivol. They have a right to that. I totally disagree with that. I am of the opinion that any of the top guys in the middleweight division, he won't beat. I mean, in the light heavyweight division, he won't beat. They're too big, too strong. And this is how I break it down. Not only are they too big, too strong, but this is how I'm going to break it down. Canelo's style is to systematically break you down as the fight goes on. How does he break you down? By landing thunderous body shots, inching closer to you, good upper body lateral movement. He'll work his jab when he should work his jab. And he likes to throw the bolo punch, the left hook uppercut to the body. Or he'll throw it like that. He can hit you in the soto place with it. He'll throw it and hit you on throw the hook to the liver shot. And he like to come up with the uppercut with it. He throw like 3 different variations of punches from that position. Bolo to the solo plex, uppercut right up the middle, and he'll come around with the right hook, with the left hook. That's how he like to throw those punches. And he systematically breaks the opponent down, right? The only problem with that is this. In the heavier divisions, when you run up on those top guys, those punches that was hurting middleweights and some super middleweights, they're not going to hurt those light heavyweights. So if they can absorb your punches And you got to take their punches. Bigger men punch harder, stronger, and you don't have the lateral footwork, and you're gonna be telling people to come to the ropes and come to you and punch you and stuff like that. That ain't gonna work with those guys. And I just broke that down from a stylistic standpoint. You know what I mean? I just broke that down from a stylistic standpoint. Hey, listen, here you go though. Check this out. Hey, this brother right here, boy, oh boy, he 38 hot, boy. This brother right here, he say, read it and weep. Read it and weep. This is my Instagram right here, guys. This is my Instagram right here. Hold on. This dude right here is hilarious. Oh, my bad. Hello.
Trash. Oh yeah, you were running from Earl. Yeah, you were running from the Charlo boys too. Thought you were gonna run all the way up, but no. That Russian had something for your red rooster face ass. Do you hear me? Oh, you can do this to Floyd. Never. Floyd the great. Canelo lost on Cinco de Mayo. What a shame. Happy Mother's Day. But did you see Canelo Alvarez lose? Trash. Oh yeah, you were running from Earl. Yeah, you were running from the Charlo boys too. Thought you were gonna run all the way up, but no. That Russian had something for your red rooster face ass. Do you hear me? Oh, you can do this to Floyd. Never. Floyd the greatest and always will be. Happy Mother's Day. Canelo lost on Cinco de Mayo. What a shame. Happy Mother's Day. But did you see Canelo Alvarez lose? Trash. Oh yeah, you were running from Earl. Yeah, you were running from the Charlo boys too. Thought you were gonna run all the way up, but no. That Russian had something for your red rooster face ass. Do you hear me? Oh, you can do this to Floyd. Never. Floyd the greatest and always will be. Happy Mother's Day. Canelo lost on Cinco de Mayo. What a shame.
Hey,
Happy Mother's Day. But did you see Canelo Alvarez?
So, I told you guys Friday. He getting off decent, what? He getting off decent, boy. I told you guys Friday. I say the dudes who hate Canelo Alvarez, go back and listen to Friday's show. The dudes who hate Canelo Alvarez are diehard Floyd Mayweather loyalists. I told you this Friday. I have the receipts. We did a show Friday. I said the dudes who hate Canelo are Floyd Mayweather loyalists. And they subscribe to a certain boxing community. You know, the ones who push those narratives. I told you this Friday. But right now they getting off decent. Oh, that brother funny. He say, did you see? He say, did you see Canelo? Trash. That Russian had something for your ass. I'm like, the same Russian who they said was a Euro boy. Not in pro wrestling. Not in pro wrestling. Hey, not in pro wrestling. Oh, did he say Floyd Mayweather? And he brought up Floyd. You know, I'm telling. I know these guys very well. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, hi. This is Badmouth. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. How you doing?
What's going on? What's your name is?
Badmouth.
Badmouth?
Yes.
Okay. Badmouth. Talk to me.
So I want to ask, do you think that you could place any of the blame on last night's loss to the training effectiveness, being that they just suffered a loss from another master boxer in Shakur Stevenson? You don't think that they should have changed anything during training to come into this Bivol fight?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they could have changed anything because, you know, Canelo is the type of fighter that he is. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And normally what trainers do, a good trainer, when they train a fighter, they would train a fighter to do things that's surrounded around their strengths. And they try to hide and shield their weaknesses. They don't, you know, if you got a fighter like a Canelo, I mean, you're not going to say, hey, look, we're going to try to turn you into a boxer so you can be Sugar Ray Leonard. He don't have the footwork. You know, he don't have the footwork of a Sugar Ray or the quickness. You know what I mean? Stylistically, it just wouldn't work. So normally a good trainer will look at what you do best, what a fighter does best. He tries to improve upon that and try not to turn the fight into a different fighter. To interject on that, I got an opportunity to interview the great Tommy Brooks, which he trained Pernell Whitaker and Mike Tyson and Holyfield. And he said that, I said, when you go into a fight, how many plans do you normally have? Do you normally have a plan A, B, C, or D? He said, no.
At least 3.
He said, I never have a plan A, B, C, or D. He said, we have 2 plans. We have a plan A and we have a plan B. He said, plan A don't work, we go to plan B. And plan B don't work, we go back to plan A and try to tweak it. He said, the reason why you do that is because the worst thing that you can do is confuse your fighter. If you give your fighter too many instructions before he goes into the ring, he's going to be confused and he's not going to know what to do, and he might get hurt or get knocked out. So I don't think there's anything else that Eddie Reynoso could have did, to be honest with you. It showed that they didn't have another plan. It showed his plan was to.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, he didn't have a plan. So, you know, that's I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, sis, but it just, he is who he is. He is who he is. You know, I'm just,
He feel great. He feel great, but he lost.
Yeah, he lost. And it ain't no excuses. It ain't no excuses. So, but sis, you calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate the call.
Hey, appreciate it.
Okay.
Peace.
Yeah. So all I'm saying, fam, is this, man. Bruh, like Canelo, I don't know what he's gonna do next. In my opinion, lead them boys at 175 alone. Let them duke it out. Joe Smith Jr. is in the process of fighting Beterbiev for the unified light heavyweight champion of the world. Joe Smith has the WBO belt, I think, and Beterbiev has the WBC and the IBF. Whoever wins that fight is going to be unified, and whoever wins that fight, they need to go into a match with Bivol for undisputed. And me personally, I'm kind of leaning towards Bivol to beat either. Well, he already beat Joe Smith Jr. So I already know what time that is. He already beat him. He beat the brakes off him. But if the two Russian guys fight each other, I'm kind of betting on Bivol to beat on Beterbiev. Kind of betting on that. I'm kind of betting on that. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. As a matter of fact, hold on. I got some more receipts. I think. Do I have some more receipts? I have some more receipts. We gave our predictions. And as you can see, I showed right here. This is the lie that Arlette was on. This is when I was talking about can Dmitry Bivol pull off the upset? Why is Canelo the betting favorite? I had no idea why he was a betting favorite, to be honest with you. I was surprised. I was surprised at the scoring. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was kind of surprised at the scoring. We did the survey. We heard what the people said. Out of 1,300 people who voted in the poll, 81% of the people said that Dmitry Bivol was not a Eurobomb. So for all those people, again, and people can do whatever they want to do, say what they want to say. But you can't tell me in one breath, Canelo Alvarez is fighting a Eurobomb. No one ever heard of this guy. No one wanted this fight. He's running from a welterweight. He's running from a middleweight, and he's running from a super middleweight. Right? And he's running from all these other guys, which whatever you want to argue, I'll leave that to you guys. In one breath, and said that he took the path of least resistance. That's what Tom Brown said. Tom Brown said that Canelo took the path of least resistance. I'm like, bro, it was so disrespectful to Dmitry Bivol. And remember Friday, what did I show you guys? Remember Friday what we talked about? I got the receipt right here. Got the receipt right here. Of course I do. Of course I got the receipt right here. Remember when we talked about the role of a matchmaker? And I told you that the matchmaker works for the promoter. I showed you the definition of what a matchmaker is. The matchmaker works for the promoter. It's the matchmaker's job to match the promoter's fighters up with some really, really good entertaining fights, right? Something that the crowd can get behind and spend their money on. But they want to make sure that stylistically that fight would be in their favor for their fighter to win. So the argument that Canelo critics have of Canelo, they feel that Canelo is not fighting the best fighters that can really challenge him. They feel like Canelo is taking the path of least resistance by fighting an undefeated champion Billy Joe Saunders. He fought Anthony Yildirim, but Anthony Yildirim was a mandatory. He had to fight the guy in order to go for undisputed. He couldn't get around that. So they felt like he picked the easy route by fighting an undefeated super middleweight champion in Billy Joe Saunders. He had to fight him in order to become undisputed. Sold out Dallas Stadium, had what, 74,000 people there, right? And then he had to fight Caleb Plant, the slick black fighter. He was a white fighter until he got adopted by a certain boxer community. Then they made him black. He was a slick black fighter. And then when he lost, then he's back to a white fighter again. I'm not making this up. You know, those who know what I'm talking about. Then when he beat him, he became undisputed. Then he said he's going to move up to light and heavyweight, chase greatness. He's chasing greatness. Only problem is this. I don't know who the matchmaker is. I don't know if it's Ed Reynoso. I don't know what they saw in Dmitry Bivol. Maybe they saw some of the same things. Oh man, you know, he went 12 rounds in his last 6 fights. You know what that means? That means he can go 12 rounds without getting tired. I think Ed Reynoso then was banking on Canelo walking Bivol down, wearing him down with body shots and punches to the arm and stuff like that. That did not work because at that heavier weight, those guys, oh, Damian Wells, you said I forgot to super chat. I got you, Phil. Where's that? But you can't tell me that this guy, let me see, can I find it? You can't tell me that this guy was a Eurobomb Friday, and then Saturday, now he's your hero. Shout out to Damian Wester. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over.
Hey, Damon, sorry about that, fam. Damon, sorry about that, fam. He said IBLP said it was Canelo new vegan diet. That's why he lost. You know what? I didn't even know he was on the diet. I didn't know what type of diet he was on, fam. The first time I heard about that, Damon, the first time I heard about that, my brother was you know what? That was yesterday. That was yesterday before the fight. I heard that he was on a vegan diet or something like that. Yeah, I think that was yesterday, my brother. Shout out to Damien, shout out to Damon Wester. Hey, sorry about that, fam. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Damon, what you say, fam? He said you forgot my super chat. I'm sorry about that, fam. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got you though. Rockman, what you say, my brother? He said I ain't mad at the judges. Bivol kept his foot on the gas. Yeah, hey, listen, bro, like you can't say you get, but guys, hear me out though. You can't say that the guy is a Eurobomb in one breath, and then now you champion him for beating Canelo in the next breath. Like make that part make sense to me. That's what I don't understand. And now you pro Russia. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. What's going on, Coach? This is Eric, man, calling from Cleveland, brother.
You sound like you in the bathroom. It sound like what you say. What's your name? I know you calling from Cleveland. What's your name, brother?
Can you hear me better now, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better now. What's your name?
Eric. My name's Eric, man. I'm calling from Cleveland, brother.
Eric calling from Cleveland. Talk to me, fam. What you want to talk about?
I just got one thing to say, man. Bivol walked in there like this. Hey, Leroy, playtime's over, boy. Knock his ass out. Hey, I've been dying laughing every time you played it, man. I couldn't wait till I got out to call you and say that, man. That's all I wanted to say. I appreciate the show. And forget all them haters, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out, man. Shout out to Eric Cleveland, man. Give a brother a round of applause. Hey, that's all I'm saying, fam. My thing is how yesterday's Eurobomb is now today's superstar. Like, you guys never heard of this guy before. When I say you guys, I'm not talking about you brothers and sisters in the chat. I'm not saying nobody in the chat. I'm saying the guys who was criticizing this fight. Tom Brown, the promoter of the PBC fighters, had the nerve to say that Canelo took the path of least resistance. He took the easier fight. I'm like, well, what's, bro? I was questioning my boxing knowledge. I'm like, well, damn, are they talking about a different Bivol? Are they talking about a different Bivol? Like, which Bivol they talking about? The one I know, nah, this dude was an Olympian. This dude had almost 300 amateur fights. This dude here, man, he won almost 300 amateur fights. This dude here's a bad boy. He got a hell of a resume in the light heavyweight division. He used to fight on Sergey Kovalev undercard all the time. When he was when Kovalev was the crusher, he used to fight under that undercard. So I knew how good this dude was. How was he a minus 500 underdog? Like, that wasn't okay to pick Canelo. Okay, I understand, but bro, that was just I didn't understand it. And then the people who criticize Canelo, I hate Canelo, they said that he was fighting a Eurobomb. I said, well, these dudes clearly only watch certain YouTube channels who put certain narratives. And that's why I asked you guys, who was the originator of the term Eurobomb? Remember that show Friday? And I went to writing down some names, and you guys gave me some names because I didn't know where that term came from. And let's see. You guys said Fanon. You guys said Champ Side. You guys said the LDBC. You guys say Dante's Boxing Nation. You guys said Aki TV. And you guys said Boxing Ego. And you guys said the Boxing Voice, Nesta Gibbs. This was Friday. I wrote it down. This was Friday. I said, where this term come from? And why are they calling Dmitry Bivol a Eurobomb? What do they mean? You remember I said that? Friday. Got the receipt. Got the receipt. Got the receipt. Got the receipt. That's why I love videos. Because when you say something, it's documented. You can't backtrack. Damien Webster, Damon Webster, he said we all know this was easier because on paper Canelo still beats him and with the judges. Well, apparently that didn't work last night. But if you feel that way, Damon, if you feel that way, then you'll feel that way if he moved down in weight, go back to 168 and fight any of the other guys. You get what I'm saying? But I get exactly what you're saying, Damon, because that's how I thought it was going to go down. I thought Canelo was going to win on a split decision. I specifically said on Friday's show, I said, I feel like, man, they got this dude a minus 500 favorite to beat Bivol. I don't know how they came up with that, but if it's a close fight, if Canelo can make it close, I said the judges are going to give him a split decision win. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. And Bivol won a unanimous decision. I saw that coming. Definitely saw that coming. But the simple fact that 115, 113, all three judges, and then they gave Canelo the first 4 rounds. Damon, think about this, brother. You give Canelo the first 4 rounds. 2 of those rounds, he landed 5 punches each round. So you gave him the round for landing 10 punches between 2 rounds. So 4 of those rounds, 2 of those rounds, you gave him wins. You gave him the round for landing 5 punches. So my 14 punches times that I've hit you in that round, your 5 was more impactful than my 14. Arlette, what you say, Queen? She said Canelo extreme fans and extreme haters are casuals. I just didn't understand that, bro. Shout out to Rahman for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said one channel said it wasn't a cherry pick, but predicted Canelo would stop Bivol in the seventh round with a hook to the body. I said, man, no, he ain't stopping that dude. That dude ain't getting stopped, bro. I don't see that at all. Shit. Bro, just make it make sense to me. Like, is Bivol, is he still a Eurobomb? And this is why I said this in the title of the show. This is what I said in the title of the show. I said Canelo Alvarez gets dominated by Bivol in a one-sided beatdown. Is he still a Eurobomb? That was the title of the show. Canelo Alvarez was thoroughly dominated, in my opinion, by Dmitry Bivol in what was supposed to be an easy win for Canelo. The only problem is somebody forgot to tell Bivol that he was supposed to lose the fight. From the opening bell, Carter, you're going to have to hold on. Caller, hold on for
Hello?
caller, hold on for 1 minute. From the opening bell, you can tell that this fight was going to be different. With the way Bivol was working his jab in the 1-2 right down the middle, right? Once he figured out, once Canelo figured out Bivol was able to land the 1-2s right down the pipe all night long, he controlled the distance and the range very well throughout the fight. Canelo got tired and he was frustrated at the mere fact that he could not impose his will on the bigger, stronger Bivol like he's done with so many fighters of the past. Bivol had Canelo looking confused at times, as it seems that Canelo had no answers once the power shots were not working. This is my opening soliloquy that I forgot to read. Canelo willfully backed up on the ropes at times to catch a breather because he was tired. Canelo's mouth was open throughout the fight, and he looked winded. Maybe those jabs and combinations Bivol was landing had something to do with it. Canelo looked good in spots, but it was obvious as the rounds went on that Canelo did not belong in the light heavyweight division. Punches that would normally hurt smaller guys did nothing to Bivol. The catch and shoot combinations, the catch and shoot combination punches that Bivol were landing every time in the latter rounds caught Canelo by surprise. Those counter punches that Bivol were landing at will in the later rounds made Canelo hesitate to let his hands go. And the lateral movement of Bivol had Canelo gassed out as the fight went on. As the fight went on, after the fight, Canelo said that he wanted a rematch. Why? I have no idea. Then Canelo said in the post-fight press conference that he felt like he did enough to win the fight. How in the hell he felt like he did enough to win the fight? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Ken Roy Fuller, and I'm calling from Lancaster, California.
Okay, Ken Roy calling from Lancaster. Talk to me, fam.
All right, man. So I noticed I got two questions. If Canelo does take the rematch, right? What can he do in order to win his rematch with Bivol?
He need a knockout.
Like, what can he change up? What's the word? I forgot the word. What adjustments can he make in order to beat Bivol, or even get like a split decision or edge it out somehow?
The only thing he could probably do different is try to work his jab more. He only landed 10 jabs. He got to try to work his jab more. Stop loading up on shots. Stop becoming predictable. He got to work on his gas tank. Another reason why Canelo got tired was because he was loading up on his shots.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well, my second question is.
Go ahead.
Oh, my fault. But I was just I was looking at the way he fought, and I was looking at the way Oscar Valdez fought, and how they shied away from their jabs. Do you think it has anything to do with Eddie Reynoso in any way, shape, or form, or do you think, like, what do you think is going on with that?
It showed the weakness in Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso is not able to have his fighters make adjustments. So yeah, it has a lot to do with Eddie Reynoso, because if it was any other trainer who and his fighters suffered back-to-back losses 2 weeks in a row or something like that, and you see the exact same pattern, the lack of throwing the jab, loading up on shots, being predictable, not knowing how to cut the ring off. And then when you do cut the ring off, you see what I'm saying? Your offensive output is pretty much neutered at that point. And you're not using the jab to work your way to get on the inside. Trying to fight, I saw Canelo trying to fight Dmitry Bivol the way he fought Caleb Plant. If Caleb, and that's what he tried to do, and it just simply didn't work.
Of course.
It simply didn't work with Bivol because he's a bigger fighter. He can take your punches, and he knows how to counter off of your counters. So every time Canelo threw those left hooks or that right hook to the arm, he immediately fired back with a 3-4 punch combination, and he landed at least 3 or 4 of those punches every time. Canelo was caught totally off guard with the counters. He countered the counter punch.
Okay. I think I'm a fan of. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was a big fan of Canelo. I'm a boxer myself, and I use the high guard. The high guard is very effective, but I like to switch my style between Canelo and Lomachenko. I just like the high guard style with the footwork on top of it. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Canelo, he took that L, man, but I think he needed it though. Like, I think boxing needed it at the end of the day, because it gives people like Bivol, who people were saying was unknown before casuals were saying were unknown before the fight. It gives a lot of those people, like, it exposes them to a bigger audience, and I don't know, it makes things more spicy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
I'm just enjoying it right now. The whole.
I totally agree. I totally agree. By Bivol winning last night, either way it go was going to be great. If Canelo would have won, they would have said how great he is, yada yada yada. By Bivol winning last night, he showed that there's levels to this shit, and he's a guy that didn't nobody know. Guess what? Everybody know who he is now.
Everybody knows him now, yo.
Hey, shout out,
and it just shakes things up.
Yeah, shout out to Kim Roy, man, calling from Lancaster. Salute to you, fam.
All right, man. You have a good day, bro.
Yes, sir. Now, let me finish my soliloquy. After the fight, Canelo said that he wanted a rematch. Why? I have no idea. Then Canelo said in the post-fight press conference that he felt like he did enough to win the fight. Canelo, no, you didn't, sir. You did not do enough to win that fight. You thoroughly lost that fight, in my opinion. You need to go back and watch the tape, sir. I don't know which fight Canelo was watching, but the fight I watched, he clearly lost, and it wasn't even close. How did the judges have Canelo up 4-0 after the 4th round was astonishing to me. This is my open soliloquy that I forgot to read in the beginning of the show. And the mere fact that all 3 judges scored the fight 115 to 113 tells me that the fix was in for Canelo. This is my opening soliloquy. I picked Canelo to win via split decision, but I got to keep it real, dog. I got to keep it real. If Bivol did not clearly win the 12th round, the judges would have scored the fight a draw. Canelo said that he has a rematch clause in the contract and that he wants to activate it. Man, in my opinion, that'd be a terrible idea. That'd be a terrible idea. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My bad, Coach, man. This right side again, man. I had to call back.
Right side, talk to me, fam.
Man, you breaking it down. You spitting number facts. For a rematch to happen right now, man, that is the only reason I could possibly see a rematch happening is for him to pay Bivol what he deserved to be paid the first fight. Yeah. That's the only possible reason, because there's no way Canelo goes and wins that fight. And I think you said it earlier, the size difference for Canelo is just so. I mean, he's 5'8" with 70-inch arms. You know what I mean? Yeah. The guys he's fighting right now, we're talking about guys 6'1", 6 foot. It's, man, at some point in time, it stops being competitive because you're just outmatched. And I don't see a reason for a rematch. I hope. I'm not even gonna say I hope there's not a rematch.
No, I hope it's not a rematch. No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Only reason I hope it is because I saw when Bivol got paid this fight, and I think that because of the performance he put on, he deserves his. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I just don't see Canelo being. Canelo can't beat that man. It is what it is. Canelo's a great fighter. Go fight people closer to your weight division, and I think he'll still be a great fighter. But I don't know, man. I hope Bivol gets his, because he did. You know, when we see a lot of these other fights happening, these guys, we look at what these guys are looking for and what Bivol took. Bivol, according to him and his camp, you know, it's not about the money. It's about the sport. It's about us going and capitalizing on fighting one of the biggest names in the sport. And I salute him for that, because that's what we need in the sport. You know what I mean? Those are the guys I root for. Those individuals who are going and saying, damn it, it ain't about the money right now.
Okay.
It's about making the best fights happen. But yeah, I just, at the end of the day, I hope Bivol get here. Go ahead, Coach. My bad.
All right. Well, shout out the right side, man. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you, my brother. I'll give you a round of applause. Yes, sir. Point well taken. Point well taken. Hey, this was my open soliloquy in the beginning of the show. Let me read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna show you how spot on I was. Caller, hold on for 1 minute. Now, I said all 3 judges. The mere fact that all 3 judges scored the fight 115 to 113 tells me that the fix was in for Canelo Alvarez. If Bivol did not clearly win the 12th round, guys, that fight would have been a draw last night. It would have been a draw last night if Bivol did not win that 12th round. Canelo said that he has a rematch clause. He's looking to exercise it. Question I have for you guys: do you guys feel that the judges scored the fight wrong and should have gave the fight to Canelo? Or do you guys feel that Canelo deserves a rematch? Or do you guys think that Canelo should leave Bivol the hell alone and go back down to the super middleweight division? Let's talk about it. That was my open soliloquy that I forgot to read. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is D from the Twin Cities.
D from the Twin Cities. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are saying that Bivol was too big or after he won against Canelo, but majority of boxing analysts and a majority of boxers had Canelo either winning or by KO. But Canelo won the light heavyweight title against Kovalev, who was bigger than Bivol.
Yeah.
So he knocked him out. So if there's a rematch, I mean, I think Bivol should. Well, I think he did want the rematch to be at 168 for undisputed. So at that point, if Bivol beats Canelo at 168, you can't really say it's a weight issue. Because he would have Bivol would have beat Canelo at 175 in 168.
See,
Canelo, yeah.
No, go ahead. Yeah, and I totally agree with that. You know, like, okay, you can't use that argument that, yeah, man, you know, Canelo lost because Bivol was too big for him. He was a light heavyweight. Well, Canelo was the one that chose to fight that light heavyweight in his weight division. So you can't choose to fight a guy, and then when you lose, I'm not saying Canelo, but I'm saying his supporters. And then when he lose, say, oh, man, you know, that dude was too big. Well, he knew that before he signed the contract to move up there. That's one. And two, you didn't have that same argument when he knocked out Sergey Kovalev in the light heavyweight division. So make it make sense to me.
Exactly. And then to me, it looked like if Bivol would have kept up with some of his combinations on Canelo, he could have possibly stopped him in the fifth and I believe in the 11th round.
Yeah, he could have stopped.
So I don't see I don't think it's a smart idea for Canelo to rematch him, because if he does, whether it's 168 or 175, Bivol could stop Canelo, and that could destroy his career.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, shout out to D from the Twin Cities, man. Salute to you, fam.
Thank you.
D from the Twin Cities. Yes, sir. Bro, if he don't win that last round, it's a draw. It's a draw if you don't win that last round. The only criticism I have of Bivol, and I gotta give him this, and I think it's a fair criticism. When you have a smaller man in that ring with you, and you're the bigger guy, and you heard him a couple times, you see he's gassed, he's tired, and he's on the ropes telling you to come on. Of course he want to set you up for the counter, but you don't taste his power already. You gotta have that killer instinct. You're a smaller guy moving up to my weight division, I'm going to beat you like a smaller guy moving up to my weight division. That's what I'm going to do. And this is why I say, if it was Beterbiev, when people, yeah, man, Canelo will beat Beterbiev. Yeah. If he run his ass up on Beterbiev, it's going to be good night, Irene. Because Beterbiev is not Bivol. Beterbiev, that boy hit hard. That boy hit hard, and guess what? He ain't gonna be playing. Listen, if Canelo's on the ropes and he telling Beterbiev to come on, guess what? He coming, and he coming with some leather. Now Canelo gonna get some shots in there, but he ain't gonna hurt him. Them big boys, they take bigger punches in the light heavyweight division. That's all I'm saying, fam. That's all I'm saying. It's levels to this, bro. It's levels to it. That's all. Kudos to Canelo. He dared to be great. But in my opinion, and this is to all you Canelo fans, if you guys feel confident that Canelo can be a champion in the 175-pound division, then tell Canelo to exercise that rematch clause, go back and fight Bivol again in September and watch what the outcome will be. Y'all ain't confident in that rematch. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, what's going on? It's Rob from New York. I called last week. I told you that I was a big Canelo hater, and I told you also that Canelo's career has been managed fairly well.
Yeah, I remember that. Managed very well.
Yep. So this is one of the exact reasons why I had mentioned that I was a hater. And it wasn't because Canelo is not a good fighter. I believe that he's a really good fighter. However, you've seen pretty much the whole sport industry trying to carry this man to greatness. If there's some type of a little bit of a slight fight that you might have a little bit of ambiguity, forget it. You lost. The scales are tipped that you're fighting against Canelo. You clearly have to win a fight or knock him out, which is very difficult because he does have a good chance to beat Canelo. Even the Floyd match, you had a judge had it tied going in when he clearly got an ass whooping that entire fight. So you have people like me that have clearly seen Canelo. I mean, I saw the Erislandy Lara fight for Erislandy. I had pretty much Triple G winning the first fight. The second fight, I have it pretty much a closed draw, or you can pretty much give it a toss-up. But, it's pretty unfair, the fact that you can't do anything when you have a boxer like Canelo and get a fair call. It is not fair to boxing and not fair to boxing fans. Those are the type of things that create, haters like me, because I'm a hater. I gladly admit it. But
I need to wrap it up.
You can't really. Yeah, I'm just pretty much saying that these are the reasons why you have people that constantly hate against Canelo, because you feel like they're fighters that don't get a fair shake against fighters like Canelo.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Like this has happened throughout the history of the sport of boxing. It doesn't matter who the fighter is, where he's from, what his race, nationality is. When you're the A side, you're the top guy. Especially if you kind of like you're a cash cow type fighter, which they come a dime a dozen. You're always going to get the benefit of the doubt. So it didn't start with Canelo. It happened with Floyd. Happened with Oscar, Tyson. The list goes on and on and on. You're fighting Canelo. You got to pretty much dominate this guy, because we saw last night going into the 12th round, the judges had Bivol winning by 1 round. The judges had Bivol. The judges had it scored 114-113 Canelo. 114-113 Bivol. If Bivol loses the 12th round, they have but a draw. But let me give you a round of applause, man. I got to go on to the next call. Shout out to Rob.
Send a voicemail. Press 2.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hold on, what is this caller? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach. This is Arlette from New York.
Oh, Arlette, talk to me, Arlette. Talk to me, sis. What's going on? How you feeling? Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and even the UK mothers, even though they celebrate theirs in March. But I just wanted to make one point, and I put it in the chat.
Okay.
I said it was a reason why Canelo chose to fight Bivol over Beterbiev first, because with Beterbiev, it wouldn't go to the scorecards. He would have got knocked out. He knew it was a better chance that it would have went to the scorecards with Bivol, and he was counting on the judges to go in his favor. So that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, let me ask you a question. You know what? I'm thinking about what you just said, right? Because do you? I don't know if you remember, because you was here last night. We did the fight party. After the fight, Bivol told Eddie Hearn, he said, "Hey, Eddie, I'm sorry if I messed up your plans with Gennady Golovkin, with the Gennady Golovkin fight." And I'm like, why would he? It threw me off guard. It was as though, Arlette, that it was a foregone conclusion that Bivol was supposed to lose, But Bivol was like, no, man, like, this shit ain't going down like this. And, like, all that. Remember, they signed the contract saying that, hey, Canelo's going to fight Bivol. It's a foregone conclusion. He was going to beat him. Then he's going to fight Triple G. Then a third fight to be announced. And it's like, but the only problem I saw with it is people forgot to tell Bivol he was supposed to lose.
But you know what I noticed? And I don't know how many people actually seen the press conference, the post-fight conference. First of all, Eddie did not look Canelo in the eyes or either Bivol. He kept on looking at his phone. And Canelo was very salty. Canelo said that he thought he won the fight.
Yeah.
And even Eddie couldn't look at him in the eyes because I think Eddie was hoping that Canelo did win. So, and even Eddie said on I was watching another channel and they had an interview with Eddie, and Eddie also said that he's closer to Canelo than he was to Bivol. So he knew. I like Eddie, but he's a very snaky, shaky dude. So I think he did upset the apple cart. Bivol did upset the apple cart.
Yeah.
And Canelo is feeling some type of way, but I think in his deepest heart that he knew he lost that fight. Even when he went back to his corner after the 12th round, he didn't really raise his hand up and like, yes, I won.
Yeah.
I mean,
he knew.
But he just thought he was just banking on the fact that the judges was gonna go for him. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, Arlette, happy Mother's Day again, sis, man. Much love to you, man.
Thank
we
you.
know we love you over here.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to Arlette. Hey. Bro, like, just look at that, guys. If Bivol doesn't win the 12th round, that fight is a draw. So, for me, it makes perfect sense why it was a foregone conclusion that Canelo was going to win this fight. Because, and this is me saying this, I don't want you to blame nobody else for what I'm fixing to say. I'm a grown-ass man. I take responsibility for everything I'm fixing to say right now. The reason why they were celebrating and partying like it's 1999 and, yeah, well, after you beat this guy, you're going to go fight that guy and all that stuff there, because they knew that they had those judges in the bag. I don't care what nobody says. I know what I saw last night. I see the CompuBox numbers. You're not going to tell me Canelo was winning that fight 4 rounds to 0 going into the 5th round. So that means Dmitry Bivol had to win 7 of the last 8 rounds in order to win by 115-113 decision. Bullshit. That's all I'm going to say. This ain't no shade to Canelo. This ain't no shade to Dmitry Bivol. I'm saying the business and the sport of boxing, bro, I know what I saw last night. I broke it down live, fight by fight, round by round. You guys saw my reaction and everything. And when the fight was over, I immediately said, Canelo lost this fight. I scored the fight 9 rounds to 3. I wrote it down right here. I said I scored the fight 9 rounds to 3. Maybe you can give them, if I want to be generous, if you twist my arm and put a gun to my head, maybe you can say, okay, 8 rounds to 4. But I don't see no way Canelo win this fight because he didn't throw enough punches and Bivol just pretty much outworked him and hurt him a couple of times in the fight. That's exactly what I said. They got and that's why I picked Canelo to beat him in a split decision. That's why I picked him. And now it makes sense. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? It's AJ from Fresno.
AJ from Fresno, talk to me, fam.
Hey, since it's finally done, and I'm not gonna 2 months. Can we finally get Bivol versus Better Beef?
Hey, listen. I'm glad you brought that up. Got some good news for you. Better Beef and Joe Smith Jr. are in the process of fighting each other to unify the division, right? You know, Beterbiev has 2 belts. He has the IBF and the WBA, no, the IBF and WBC, and Joe Smith has the WBO. Whoever wins that fight said they want to go for undisputed with Bivol. So we're going to get that fight. We're going to get that fight, bro. Listen, whoever wins out of Beterbiev and Joe Smith, you know, they say they want to go into the undisputed with Dmitry Bivol. So the only thing that can mess up the apple cart is if Canelo is serious about exercising his rematch clause. If he exercises the rematch clause, then we're going to have to wait until that rematch is over. We won't see that. We won't see that that the winner of Joe Smith versus Beterbiev fight for undisputed until next year, 2023.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But hey, love your show. Oh, man.
Hey man, salute to AJ from Fresno. Salute to you, fam. Round of applause. Man down say boxing don't start just because Canelo lost. You hit the nail right on the head. Boxing keeps going. Before there was a Canelo Alvarez, there was boxing, and once he retires, it's going to be boxing. It keeps going. And when I'm dead and gone and taking a dirt nap, and all of us are out of here, it's going to keep going. Shout out to Lady Shan. She says, I need to actually turn up at the DAZN presser and ask Eddie to his face. Because, guys, you know me. I ain't playing. These judges were paid. Hey, man, you know, I'm just keeping it all the way live, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's the deal? It's Ant, Philly.
Ant from Philly. Ant from Philly. Talk to me, my brother.
Yeah, I just want to pick your brain real quick a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So, Bivol, he took all this shit personal, but everybody, you know, counting him out with the, you know, whatever the negotiations was, he wasn't feeling all of that.
Mm.
So now he's talking about if he fight Canelo again, he want to fight him at 168 to get rid of the excuses of people saying he's too big. Plus, he like, I want the undisputed titles at 168. Do you think it's a difference if he fights him at 168, or do you think he beats him again?
Man, you know, bro, to me, I don't like that. You know why I don't like that? Because it hold up a whole bunch of stuff. Like, why move down to 168 to try to prove a point? Prove what? You ain't got nothing to prove. You don't beat his ass already. You beat him at light heavyweight. You don't need to shrink down to 168 to prove you can beat him at 168. It ain't no damn excuses. Canelo moved up to 168 in a bigger weight division, and he got beat. So you don't have to move down to try to prove anything, unless he wants to get a bigger payday. Unless he's trying to get a payday, there's no need for that. That's dumb. That's dumb to me.
No. Oh, no, I hear you. I just want to, I mean, I guess from his perspective, he like, I was putting everything on the line. You come out challenging me for my shit. I'm getting the short end of the stick. I'm coming out first. I'm doing all this. Now I'm coming down there and I'm going to take your shit. Fuck you. That's the vibe I'm getting, but I don't know if that's what it is. But I just wanted to know if you think it's a different fight at that week.
I mean, it's probably a different fight. Well, it might be a different fight if, you know, we're talking about hypotheticals and stuff like that. But it might be a different fight if Bivol is weak in weight drain. If he's weak in weight drain, it's definitely a different fight.
I got you. Hey. All right, no doubt. I just wanted to pick your brain on that real quick. That's all, man.
Hey, shout out to Ant, man. Salute to Ant, man. My brother Ant, man, calling from Philly, man. Salute to my brother, man. Hey, man, once again, man, happy Mother's Day to all of the sisters out there, man. Happy Mother's Day to all of the women out there, man. You know what I mean? We're going to go ahead and wrap this on up. You know, it was a good day today. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You're begging me not to leave. And I refuse to let you go.
Hey, man, look here, man. Bivol won last night, man. We're going to go ahead and represent for Bivol last night. The boy did his thing last night, man. Everybody who picked him to lose, he said that I apologize, Eddie, for messing up your plans. Now I'm looking at this real careful. I apologize, Eddie, for messing up your plans to fight Triple G. Now it's like, you know what, man? I don't know, dog. Like, it seemed like now, and based on what those three judges scored the fight, yeah, I think the fix was in against Buddy, but Bivol did not cooperate. He did not cooperate last night. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's your boy Jesse from Compton.
Jesse from Compton. Compton's in the house. Talk to me, fam.
What's up? First and foremost, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And yeah, man, coach, it went like I said on Friday. I said if Canelo can't impose his game before the 6th round, I think Bivol's gonna win. Obviously, I picked Canelo to win, but
yeah,
you know, Bivol did his thing, man. Dude, I'm surprised. I think Bivol could have stopped Canelo if he wanted to. I don't know why he took off his foot off the gas pedal. Maybe because Bivol did say that Canelo he had respectable power, so who knows? You know, I mean, in his style though, I think he played it safe, but I definitely think he could have stopped him. I think Canelo felt the power and he was like, oh shit, you know, this is a real 175 fighter, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, as for the rematch, I think it could possibly happen, but in the interview, I saw that Bivol was like, "Oh, we were just happy for the opportunity," and he said, "Oh, he's like, but I want Eddie to keep on his promise about I don't know. I have a theory that maybe he took shorter money than usual Canelo plays good. You know what I mean?
No. What happened was Bivol got pretty much pimped in this fight. He got pretty much the Devin Haney contract, stuff like that. You know, he had to sign a rematch clause. He took a lot of short money. Basically, Canelo dictated everything, and he said that he felt disrespected. This is what Bivol said, and he said that he wants to be treated like a champion. If there's a rematch, I want to be treated like a champion because I am a champion. And the way you treated me in this fight, Canelo got everything his way, and he didn't get the money that he was supposed to get. So this is what Bivol said. But he still took that fight anyway. He made sacrifices. But hey, listen, shout out to you, Jesse, for calling from Compton, man.
All right, shout out, man.
Salute to you, fam. Yes, sir. Salute to Jesse, man. Let's give him a round of applause, man.
Boom.
Let's give him a round of applause. It's the last call. This is the last call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Bones from the South Side of Chicago.
Bones from the South Side. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, man. Salute to you, Coach. You know, you called it. You know, a lot of these guys jumped on. They don't ever jump on after Canelo win fight, but they was on all morning, early like roosters, talking about he was cherry picking when cherry picking goes wrong. And look, I told you this was all a hoax. He was a hoax. But none of y'all picked him to win, picked him to lose. One guy did. I know for a fact one guy did. That was you. I got my money, Coach. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. You know, but still I would say this. They're like, okay, if Canelo's a hoax, then everybody's a hoax. Because for me, Canelo still should be respected and saluted. He's fighting a man that's 175, and you boxing, so you probably know on fight night, is that man 175 or he's like 180 at the time of the fight.
Yeah.
You know, so it's even like a bigger dude that you're fighting. And that guy was just stronger. He was bigger and he was stronger, and it showed. But salute to Canelo for challenging himself. Do I see ESG coming up and challenging himself? No. Do I see Crawford challenging himself like that? Not that he wouldn't, but I don't see it. I don't see Charlo coming up. He said, no, my fight weight is 160. Everybody here. I'm not fighting nobody that's not at 160. I don't see nobody challenging themselves like Canelo did for greatness. He's got legendary fights, legendary situations. I still salute him. You know, I don't think it diminishes him. Well, of course it diminishes him in some way because it's a loss. A loss is a loss. You got to take that like a man. But I still respect him for what he did because I don't see anybody else doing it. I'm waiting for ESJ to have this fight with Bud. You know, we were going at the ringside. I want Bud. I'm coming for your strap, right? And then what happens? Hey, can Canelo fight me at 164? What happened to Bud? What happened to that? You know, so I salute Canelo, but that's a bad man that he went in the ring with. And, you know, I look forward to seeing more of him. Thank you for giving your pre-prediction so I actually went and watched some fights a bit before the fight, and I saw that this is going to be dangerous. This is going to be dangerous. Everything you pointed out came to fruition. Yo, good analysis, Coach. Got to salute you.
Man, thank you so much, man. Shout out to Bones from Southside Chicago, man. Hey, Bones. Hey, what the Muslim population still looking like over there in the South Side? They still got the Salam restaurant open? over there?
Yeah, still Salam. You know, the minister's still here, still heavy. They still heavy here, man. You know, they're not gonna go nowhere here, not in this city.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Bones calling from Southside Chicago. Round of applause. It is what it is, man. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and give everybody a shout-out. Let me give everybody a shout-out that's here, because that's the least I can do. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of the sisters, man, all of the women out there, man. Happy Mother's Day. And let's give everybody a shout-out. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Chicarelli. What's up, baby? Shout out to Damien Bennett from B-More. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Shout out to the Queen Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Salute. Shout out to Fisty Yellow Fights. What's happening? Shout out to the Queen Misfit. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss in the documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Mon. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Mark Nash from the ATL. Shout out to Ryder of the Storm. Shout out to Carl Hansen from down under Australia. Shout out to Philly Fly for looking so Philly Fly. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to Bless 365, the Queen. Shout out to A Sneed. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Salute to Mr. Pass. Salute to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to my sister and the Queen, Lisa Bell. Shout out to my brother from Detroit, Smith & West. Detroit versus everybody. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to my brother True Gritter 402 from Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Malcolm Roach from Houston, Texas. Shout out to Hell Hero Elite from Orlando. Cuzzo, what's going on, cuz? Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Fuller Barn. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to Two Matador. Shout out to Will Sargentson. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Shout out to Miguel Chartico. Shout out to the Queen Commissarine. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Ralph Reacts, Ronald Finkley from Vermont. Shout out to AB Sounds. Shout out to Troy Graham, Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy, Major Key Boxing, Bernard Burton. Shout out to Juan Corrillo, Mike from Boston, Big Hulk from Maryland, Big Hector Garcia. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Manny 209, Dosiento Inueve. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to W Right Side. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to Lady Shan Dunham Season. Please subscribe. Shout out to Mr. Pragmatic. Shout out to Drumming for Life. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Candy Slim 501. Shout out to Low Key Serious Boxing Fan 101. Shout out to Eric Pack. Shout out to Manny Geese. What's happening, bro? Flex BX Alfonso. Shout out to Daniel Rios and Jesse Luna. And let's give a shout out to all of the callers. Shout out to W Right Side. Shout out to Shelton from Compton. Shout out to Ron from Vermont. Shout out to JBN Boxing News from Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Bold from Connecticut. Shout out to Metal Slugger from Texas. Shout out to Derek from Florida. Shout out to Bad Mouth from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out to Eric from Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Ken Roy from Lancaster, California. Shout out to D from the Twin Cities. Shout out to Rob from New York. Shout out to Arlette from Harlem. Shout out to AG from Fresno, California. Shout out to Big Ed from Philly. Shout out to Jackson from Compton from the CPT. And shout out to Bones from the South Side of Chicago. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Once again, it's our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today, USA Boxing. You know my motto, man. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please, happy Mother's Day to all of the lovely ladies out there and all of the lovely women out there. Other than that, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.